What's up, everybody? BJCutz, the barber here. Today I'm gonna do a 1.5 with the grain wavelength, taper, and a beard. Let's get to it. Today I'm gonna start the video off with the most important implement in the barber game, the comb. Also, make sure your client's hair is clean, scalp is clean. Not only does it help with the service, the client's haircut, it also helps with the barber, the speed, helps your clippers, helps keep the grease and gunk out of your clippers for the longevity of it. So the client has to do their part. So me as the barber, I can do my part. Like I said, this is a long-term client right here. I've been cutting him up for about 10 years, as long as I've been cutting hair. This particular client right here pays $100 every time he comes in, nothing less. So he's getting the A1 service every time. This is what I do, BJCutz, celebrity barber out of Chicago. So from here we're gonna get to the taper. At the taper, I'm gonna try to keep this taper somewhat low to start. I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna start with a closed clipper, and from the close I go open about maybe a centimeter up. So as I'm fading, I'm always pulling away from the skin, away from the scalp as I'm going higher and higher. With each level, as I throw a guard on, I'm always flicking my wrist away from the scalp to leave a soft guideline. Never want to leave hard guidelines. Again, the comb is most important when doing any type of fade, any type of taper work. So I'm always flicking away. You can kind of see me in there, flicking away, pulling away, leaving soft guidelines in the head. Whenever you leave soft guidelines, it makes the transition way easier. So from here, I go to my next guard set, which is the 1, leaving the soft guidelines, pulling away from the scalp, constantly using the comb, combing out all imperfections. So in this particular video, I'm using the Oster Fast Feeds. I'm using a purple double magnetic and its guards. And all of my fade techniques, I pretty much have the same system. So I always start off with a closed clipper, no guard. Then I go with an open clipper, almost a ½ inch up. And I fade in between with my notch on 1/2. And it's the same technique even with the guards on or even with a blade. So almost like skip a level. So as I'm fading up, I'll go 1, 1.5, then I'll go 1/8 in the middle. But when you're doing that fade technique, you don't want to go up too high. Like I say, about a ½ inch for each fade technique. But I'm also paying attention to where I want my taper, the client's desire. So always keep that in mind. And you always want to pull away from the scalp. Pull away. The higher you get, pull away. And don't be afraid to use the edge. Use the edge of the guard, maybe 1 or 2 teeth. It's like a notching effect. And that's how you can get in between those lengths. You can get in between a 1/8 and a 1/2 without changing any guards, just by like turning your angles and using the notching technique in the clipper. So on the other side, I reverse. And I do the same steps. I always do the same steps when I'm fading, the same steps when I'm tapering. It gives you consistency. You want a consistent fade. You don't want the left taper to be higher than the right taper, or vice versa, or lower. So from here, every client that comes to BJCutz receives a hot towel. Sometimes a shampoo and a hot towel. So the hot towel is used to remove any dirt, debris, sweating, or anything, any type of greases or oils that the client may have, particularly in their hair, but also in their beard. This is essential to crispy lineups, especially lineups with 0 enhancements. So after the hot towel, always use a blow dryer to dry the skin. Make sure the skin is totally dry. I don't use any spritz prior to the liner. I'm going in with my wall razor edges, straight hitters, 0 spritz applied. And I'm gonna edge up the front, creating that symmetrical lineup. Prior to the fiber enhancements, today I'm using the BJCutz hair fibers by me, of course. Those fibers are available on my website, www.bjcutz.com. And everybody make sure you follow me on IG at B_J_CUTZ, BJCutz. So from here, I'm using the fibers. Always use the sweeping motion. I'm going to be 6 to 8 inches away from the scalp. And you'll see on the top, as I hit the weak corners, the weak areas of the lining, I started to use a sweeping motion. See that sweeping motion right there? So at this point, I've used my BJCutz holding spritz. Spritz is perfect, no cake up, no build up, none of that. And I also use my comb. So I use my comb to rake in and kind of lock in the fibers where they need to be so it don't look too caked up, especially if it's clunky. I promise y'all, subscribe to my YouTube page. It's going to be a lot of fire coming, a lot of tutorial videos, how-tos. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Anything you want me to do, I do all the crazy cuts. Just let me know. I got a lot of fire coming. Stay tuned. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm promising you I'm going to get better and better at this. It's my first YouTube video, but let's get it. So from here, started edging the beard. I'm using the corner 2 to 3 teeth of the wall razor edges to just kind of define the beard. I'm not going to use any enhancements on the beard, on the face. Not knocking any barber who do use enhancements. I also use enhancements. I love enhancements. It's an art of its own. But I'm not using any enhancements today. No barber magic pencils, no Kiss Express. But I have videos coming with all of that. Kiss Express, how to add $5 to $10 to your service in about 5 minutes. I have so many great videos coming. But today, we just gonna do everything on the face, all natural with clipper and blade. So my client slightly tucks his lip, so I'm lining up the top of the mustache, lining up the bottom of the mustache, the line over the lip. As you can see, my wall razor edges are hidden. I got these on point. So I continue to edge up. I continue to go over where I applied my BJCutz hair fibers and also my BJCutz hair spritz. The spritz is great. There's no cake. There's not a lot of white residue over the forehead. No shininess, none of that. It's a great spritz. It's available on my website. Follow me on Instagram at B_J_CUTZ. Click the link in the bio, hit the website, pick up some products. I'm guaranteeing you will love them. I got some of the hottest products in the streets right now. Chicagoland is messing with me. I have the hottest fibers in Chicagoland. And also I have the hottest spritz in Chicago. So let's get back to the cut at the moment. So I'm just using my wall razor edges to kind of define the beard. Also make sure the chin is up. See how my client chin is up? If his chin is down, when you're looking into the mirror, you can't see if the beard is symmetrical. So that's one tip that my instructor always told me. Make sure that chin is up. And also use certain parts of the client's face to make sure the beard is even. So right here, as you see, I put the cursor in. I'm using right below the client's lip. So I want that symmetrical beard line to come to right below his lip on both sides. Sometimes I'll bring it to the crease of his lip. So I use the client's face to make sure the beard is symmetrical, and almost the same thing with the top of the head. So I'll do the same thing with the client's head. I'll use facial features to make sure the lining up top is symmetrical. Sometimes I'll use that point on the square off of the lining and check the distance from that point to the eyebrow to make sure the sides, left and right, are both symmetrical and even. You have to use a mirror. Always check the mirror. See, I'm always turning around and checking the mirror, spinning my client. So from here, I'm just touching my work with my Andis cordless T outliners. and then I go to the back for the taper. Same steps as the taper in the front, same steps as fading. You want to master your technique with fading. Find what works for you and master it. Reps, repetition. Do it over and over and over again. You'll master your steps, your fading technique. Fading technique varies from barber to barber, and sometimes from client to client, because each client has different style of hair, different types of hair, different textures of hair. So again, I'm pulling away from the scalp as I'm fading up. I'm always using my comb. The comb separates the hair. It moves clustered hair, clunks of hair. It just keeps you true. So from here, as you can see, I threw a bigger guard on, which is more like a 1.5 or a 2, and it's double magnet purple guard. I'm just fading up. The fading started to form, as you can see. Always using my comb, and I'm just snatching away from the head. I'm lightly pulling away from the head as I fade up, because you don't want that fade to go too high. Continuing everything, continuing my cleanup. Cut is pretty much done. So now I'm combing the beard out, and I'm using my Wall Seniors cordless clipper to shape the beard up. So I'm shaping the beard, getting any loose hairs. He doesn't want much taken off, so I'm not going to use a guard. So I always stay true to my shaping technique. Slow reps. Just keep practicing reps in anything. So I'm going in with my razor, fine tuning things. No spritz on the face, no pencils or nothing like that on the face. We just doing a straight beard, clippers and razor. Fine tuning, matching the sides with the razor, pulling the skin away, and then the razor flat. This is a great haircut, well-paying client. Everyone he brings in pays $100. This is how it's done. BJCutz, celebrity barber out of Chicago, barber to the stars, Chicago Bears, Chicago Bulls, actors. Subscribe to my YouTube page. There will be a lot more fire coming. I can guarantee it. Let's get it.